So, taking a break from work, from all the other things about life in the middle of the day, that's not always an easy thing. I'd say most of the time it's a difficult thing to do. So I think let's just take a moment to recognize that you've made the effort to alter the course of the day by taking this time or gifting yourself this time. So how about we start off, let's start off standing. I think last week we were seated, and last week I forgot to record. Today I'm recording, so you'll have that for later. So we're going to start standing, and let's have the feet hip distance apart. And just check in with the feet. You know, are the toes pointing out? Are they pointing in? Do you feel equal weight distributed between both of the feet? Go ahead and check and see if you can equal it out. And if you can minimize the leaning forward and instead feel that you could lift the toes a little and you feel the ball of each foot and the heel of each foot. And then we'll have the shoulders and move them around a little bit in circles and just close the eyes so we could pay more attention. So we're really trying to control the amount of stimulation that we're receiving in the various techniques of yoga. So in closing the eyes, we minimize the visual distractions, especially if we're practicing in our house. Even if there's no one around, it's like, oh, the stuff. We want to kind of tune that out for a little bit. Let's rotate the shoulders the other way. Just to loosen up some initial tension. And then we'll take the shoulders up towards the ears, back, lower them down. Let the palms face forward with the hands slightly away from the thighs. Put a soft bend in the knees to start. And then go ahead and straighten the legs if that feels more comfortable to you. And let's just start to notice the breath. Soften the forehead and the face, the eyes, the scalp. And just notice the breath as it enters and exits through the body. Maybe you're breathing through the mouth or the nose. Maybe you can feel the temperature of the air as it enters through the nose or the mouth. You can feel the temperature as it exits. Even while you're standing, see if you can relax the legs a little bit. Notice if you are holding on to any parts of the legs. You might sense the arms moving with the movement of the trunk and the breath. And let's take a deep breath in through the nose. Release out through the mouth. Let's relax the arms. We're going to engage the breath, just going right into movement today. So the idea is we want to really be using the diaphragm so that when we inhale, we feel the belly expand, the rib cage, and then the chest. And on the exhalation, we feel the chest, then the rib cage, and the belly draw. And then just a nice wave-like continuous motion. So with the arms alongside the body, let's first start by inhaling and reaching the arms all the way up. Let the palms face each other. Bring the head back. Engage the glutes and the thighs, like kind of a little bit of a back bend. And then straightening the spine, palms together. Exhale, the thumbs into the heart center. So this is how we'll breathe according to the arms. Inhale, move the arms all the way up, really extending out of the shoulders, the elbows. And then exhaling, palms in, nice and slow. So let's see if we can have a 5-second inhalation, more or less, different for everybody. And then the exhalation matching, inhaling. And exhaling. So continue like this, and I'm just going to bring in one more element. So you can be breathing in and out through the nose. This is a preferred way as we're breathing and moving. But if you'd like to add a little bit more texture, a little bit more power behind the breath, you can shift into what's called victorious breath. So let's just try that, bringing the thumbs together, or the thumbs to the heart center, and taking a breath in through the nose, opening the mouth, and then fogging it out like you're fogging a mirror. Keep the mouth open and fog it inwardly. Close the mouth, exhale through the nose, keeping that same sensation, same activity internally, but keeping the lips sealed. So let's see if we can continue with this specific breath. And if that doesn't work for you, no worries. Just continue to breathe with rhythm and control. So we're going to add a little bit to this and take half sun salutations. So on the next inhalation, reach the arms all the way up. And on the exhale, we're going to fold over the legs. We can take arms out to the sides, find our way halfway down, and then release all the way down. And let's hang loose for a moment. Let the head go, let the arms just dangle. And then we'll come up halfway, lengthen the spine, straighten the legs maybe, or have a micro bend. See if you can bring the trunk parallel to the floor or a little higher than that. Exhale, fold in once again. This time we'll come up all the way up, but first halfway with the knees bent slightly, and then rising all the way up with that nice straight back. Taking the arms up, a little bit of a back bend, engage the low body. Exhale, thumbs into the heart center. Let's do this again. Inhaling, reaching the arms all the way up. Little bit of back bend. Exhale, fold over the legs, release down. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, release. So we're going a little faster with the breath now. Inhaling all the way up. And exhaling, drawing the hands back in. Inhaling, arms up, move the head with the arms. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, release. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, hands together. So we're going to add to this, but make sure you're towards the front of the mat. And on the next inhale, reach the arms back up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, release down, and step the left foot to the back of the mat. We're coming into a lunge now. You can bring the left knee down if that feels better, but we're going to lift the heart. Actually, let's alternate. So go ahead and bring the left knee down, bring the top of the foot down. See what that does to the front of the thigh towards the hip flexor. Now roll over the toes and lift the knee, and really press the heel back and notice a shift. What that does. Bring the knee back down. Roll over the toes again, lift the knee, and then we're going to step forward into our forward fold. Come up halfway, lengthen the spine. Exhale, release down, switching legs. Step the right foot to the back of the mat. Lift the chest. So might need to be on the fingertips. This is a good spot for blocks if we're really tight. But we'll go ahead and see if we can bring that right knee down. You can always have hand to the thigh if needed. Just making any shifts that would help the body. Roll over the toes, lift the right knee, and then bring the knee down. We want to tailor each posture to each individual body using our intuition and knowledge of some proper alignment, bringing the knee up, lowering the knee back down. And then we'll roll over the toes, knee comes back up, and we step up into our forward fold. It's a big step. Come up halfway, lengthen the spine. Exhale, release down. Inhale all the way up to standing. Reach the arms up. This time we're coming into a warrior A. Step the left foot to the back of the mat. And see if you can maybe start with the back heel lifted. So we're in a high lunge. But if you feel a little bit more open now in the back of the leg, maybe bring the heel down, left heel down. Sink into the right knee. Bring the hands to the hips. And just kind of put some pressure on them, just like a press down into the sacrum. Take another deep breath. And we'll step the left foot up. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, step the right foot back. Again, maybe back heel stays up for a moment till you feel ready to plant the heel. The right toes don't go far to the right like this, so they're just about an inch offset to the right, kind of facing the front right corner of the mat. That one's always a good little trick for this posture to keep the hips level with each other. So let's take the hands to the hips, a little towards the sacrum, put some pressure, pressing downward. So we really want to feel that energy moving down, that counter motion upwards in a moment. On the exhale, let's step the right foot forward. On the inhale, reach both of the arms all the way up again. Exhale, fold over the legs, release down. Come up halfway, lengthen the spine. Exhale, hands down, and step the left foot back again like we did earlier. Bring the left knee down though and lift the trunk up. We're going to bring hands right to the thigh. Sink into that right knee. And then let's inhale the left arm up and over to the right for a nice side bend. You could feel this one out from the wrist all the way down into the left thigh, left hip flexor. You want to feel energy shifting left knee down, left fingers up and out. We're going to turn this into a twist. Let's take the right hand and hold the right thigh, and then bring the left elbow, see if we can get it to the outside of the right thigh. Turn the head to the right. Now this might be good, or you might need a little bit more. You might have more space. You can bring palms together and push that arm into the thigh as you turn the head to look past the right shoulder. So when we're doing these specific gazes with the eyes, we want to look in a specific direction. It's a nice soft sensation in the eyes, not straining, not really looking, just kind of having a focusless gaze is what it's considered. And let's inhale, come to center, bring the hands to the hips, and let's see if we can stand on the left knee for a moment and straighten up the right leg. We're going to point and flex the right foot. If the left knee it's got a little too much pressure on it, you can roll over the side of the mat and get a little bit of extra cushion, or this is when a blanket comes in handy. And we're just moving the foot, and that's it right there. So then we'll go ahead and bend into the right knee, bring the hands down, roll over the back toes, step the left foot up, step the right foot back. We're just going right into the other side. Bring the right knee down, top of the foot down, and come up to standing on the right knee and left foot. We have hands to the left thigh. And then when you're ready, inhale, reach that right arm upwards and come into a side bend to the left. Nice, slow and controlled breath. We're going to come back into that twist. So when you're ready, bring the left hand to hold the left thigh, right elbow to the outside of the left thigh or on top of it. But it's good if we can get that pressure between the arm and the thigh going. It'll help release tension in the upper back. So this might be it, or we might bring palms together, but either way we want to turn the head and look out, up and out to the left. And this is increasing blood flow in the eyes and the face. Let's take another deep breath. And we'll inhale, come to center. This time we're going to come to hands and knees. So you can bring hands down and heel toe that foot over to bring both knees down, both hands down. Let's rest in child's posture for a moment. So separate the knees to the edges of the mat, wider than hips distance. Bring the hips to the heels, lower the trunk down. Find some support for the head. One thing we really want to pay attention to is looking for a nice extension in the back and not rounding. So if the head doesn't comfortably come down to the mat, most likely you'll need to kind of prop up with the elbows and have the hands come to the forehead. This way we can relax the neck without overextending the back of the neck. So kind of leveling the neck with the back, or having a nice gentle incline, but no steep drops. Take 2 deep breaths. And let's extend the arms forward and then walk the hands over to the right so they come off the mat. Really extending, keep the palms down and the forearms lifted. So this way you can feel a nice release on the outside of the upper left back. And we'll walk over to the left side. And we'll come to center. We're going to rise up to table posture and start to move a bit through cat-cow. So if the wrists get really tired, check in and make sure you have equal weight through the hand into the fingers, knuckles. If it still bothers you, you can always find the fists instead. So on the next inhale, let the belly sink as you expand it, and let the tailbone and the head shift up without forcing them. Exhale, empty the lungs. Feel the belly empty, and then lower the head, shift the tailbone down. Inhaling, relaxing in. Exhaling, lifting up. Keep going at your pace. Inhaling. Exhaling. And then let's find a neutral spine. So we're going to start to move into spinal balance. This is something that you'll find in yoga and physical therapy. It's very, very useful. So in the next inhale, pick the right leg up. And what we want to do is rotate the thigh inwardly. So what tends to happen is the hip tends to shift to point out. But we want, so not like this, right? We want to drop the right hip so that both of the hips are level. Then we want to make sure that the foot is only as high as the hip, so it's not all the way up here, so it's not that much intensity that you'd be feeling in the glute. All right, let's just start with the legs. So while we're here, we might feel some sensation in the low back. Okay, in the next exhale, draw the right knee down. On the inhale, pick the left leg up. And again, drop the left hip, rotate the thigh inward. That will get the hips balanced with each other. Feel the sensation in the low back. And exhale, bring the knee down. Now we're going to see about incorporating the arms. So in the next inhale, lift the right leg and see if the left arm, taking that up, helps. And if you still have balance, and so you can hold it. And then we'll exhale, lower down. And then we'll inhale, lift the left leg up, the right arm up. The arm as high as the shoulder. I always forget to go that high. Exhale, lower down. Let's see if we can move with the breath now. Inhaling, right leg, left arm, different heights. Exhaling, lowering. Inhaling, left leg, right arm. Exhale, lowering. So the head is going to move with this. Head down when the limb's down, head up when the limbs are up. This is a nice core strengthener. Good work on the low back. So it's part of the core. Inhaling and exhaling. Let's just take one more on each side. So inhaling the right side Inhaling the left side. And exhaling, lowering down. And we're going to come down to the forearms. From the forearms, walk the knees back halfway, just halfway. So it's almost like we're in a forearm plank. And then we'll just see if we can go a little bit further, a few more inches back. So it's a nice supported forearm plank. Now, if you're very comfortable with the plank, you can roll over the toes and lift the knees. Otherwise, we have the knees down. We have some nice sensation in the low back. And then we're going to come all the way down, so you'll need to maybe slide the knees back, come to the tops of the feet, and lower the forehead down and bring the arms down, actually. How about we rest for a moment, bring one side of the face to the mat, let the shoulders round. Palms up. Flip the head, face the other direction. And let's bring the forehead down. Start to lift the shoulders off the mat. Let's just keep the, let's see, actually, we're going to flip the palms to face down. And then we're going to start to lift the head and the chest. So feet are down, palms are down. And we're lifted in the head and the chest. Exhale, lower down. Take a breath, relax. And once again, inhaling, engage the low body, lift the head, the chest. And exhale, lower down. Let's take another deep breath, relaxing everything. And engaging the low body again. Inhale, lift the head and the chest. And exhale, release down. So we're going to bring the forearms down, right up front. And then when you're ready, keep the legs relaxed this time. Keep them apart from each other. Inhale, lift the head, the chest, and slide the elbows forward till you find a spot where you can feel that deep extension in the back. So the elbows might be really far forward, or they might be in close towards the rib cage. Keep the low body relaxed as you sink into the spine, and just take a few more deep breaths. And we'll exhale, release down, bring the hands under the shoulders. We're going to rise to cobra for a moment, lift the head, the chest, put pressure into the hands to rise, and then bring the hips back into child's posture. Lower the trunk. Let's go into a little bit more of a restorative child's posture. So knees separated, tuck the arms underneath the trunk and turn the head to one direction. So the hands are closer towards the feet, if not touching. Shoulders are rounding. Turn the head the other way. And forehead down, bring the hands back, rise up to table, and we're going to shift into seated. So find your way, crossing ankles maybe, and then we'll extend the left leg forward, the right foot to the inside of the left thigh. The next inhalation, so if you could sit up straight with the leg straight, great. If not, then bend the knee, and that'll help you get the back straight. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, hinge forward. Bring the hands to maybe the back of the thigh, the back of the calf, or maybe the foot or ankle if you are able to get there without straining the back. want to make sure that we aren't doing this. So we don't want to round the back. We also don't want to overextend in the arms. So kind of keep the shoulders back in the sockets and focus on stretching the back of the left leg. Every inhalation, feel a little bit of a lift in the heart. Every exhalation, the heart goes forward a bit. I think we're going to revolve this one. So let's take another 2 breaths. So come up halfway and extend the left arm forward, flip the palm up. And then see if you can turn the hand to hold the foot, even if you have to bend the knee and bring that knee in real close. So that way we can still have the bind. Then we're going to turn to the right and reach that right arm out, up, and maybe it stops there, or maybe you send it up and over the right ear as if it's looking for the right or the left foot. Some might be able to hold the left foot. Otherwise, we're just extending and reaching out. On the next exhale, release and face the left leg. Let the hands go and rise all the way back up. Let's switch legs. Right foot forward. It's about time to rest. So we're just going to finish up here, work on the neck, and then we'll rest. So we have left foot to the inside of the right thigh. Inhale, reach the arms up. Remember to bend the knee if that helps keep the back straight. Exhale, hands to the spot where you don't feel extra pull in the shoulders or the back. You really want to feel most of the sensation here in the back of the right leg. And we'll get a little bit of strain off the back. Deep breath. It's a deep breath, but it's a relaxed breath all at the same time. All right, so let's revolve this. Come up halfway, extend that right arm forward, turn the hand to hold, turn it out, up and out to hold that right foot, left arm out to the back, up towards the sky, maybe up and over towards the foot. One more breath. We're going to turn to face that right leg, release the hands, and then rise all the way up. Cross the ankle, sit up tall. We're going to move the neck for a moment. Fold the hands into each other and turn the head left and right. Bring the head to center, turn the head up and down. Bring the head to center, lift the right ear up. Keep the shoulders down and in place. And head to center, lift the left ear up. Head to center, tilt the head left, right, drop the head, shake it out. Take a deep breath in and out. And let's bring the head back to center, come all the way down to the back. Okay, once we're on the back, let's plant the feet down, heels towards the bottom, walk the shoulders back. We're going to come into bridge for a moment. Once you're ready, pull the pelvis in and then lift the hips upwards. See if you're tight in the chest and shoulders, bring elbows down, forearms up and push down into elbows. Otherwise, interlace fingers under the hips, squeeze the shoulders back, press the straight arms down. And release. Bring the arms out. Let the knees fall over to the right. You don't need to pick them up. Turn the head to the left. Plant the feet, draw them over to the left, the knees. The head turns to the right. And we're going to just let the breath go now, no need to control it. Plant the feet, head to center. Bring the feet to the corners of the mat, arms alongside the body, palms flipped upwards, shoulders back, and the head just centered right there. On the next inhale, tense everything up. So we're going to create fists, close the eyes, tight clench the jaw, engage the legs, the toes, everything, the biceps. Exhale, relax everything. Let's do that again. Inhale, engage everything. Exhale, let everything go. One more time. Inhale, engage everything. And exhale, release. Immediately feeling the weight of the hips, the right leg, the left leg, the weight of the right arm, the weight of the left arm. Feel the weight of the head. And notice the belly rising and falling with the breath. Notice the rib cage moving. Notice the chest moving. Bring your attention to the space between the eyebrows. Let that space relax. Relax the right eye and the left eye. Relax the throat. Relax the physical heart. Relax the organs in the belly. Feel the lungs gently open and contract. And that gentle expansion and contraction. Just allowing ourselves to rest for just another moment before we complete our practice. And without moving anything, just start to notice again the breath. Notice how relaxed the body feels, and yet how awake it feels at the same time. And then when you're ready, start to breathe a little bit more deeply. Move the fingers and the toes. And maybe bring the knees into the chest, wrap the arms around the knees. You might roll to one side, so you can press up to seated, or you might rock right up. And sitting nice and tall, we'll bring the palms together, thumbs to the heart center. Nice, gentle practice helps us remember that treating ourselves gently, treating others gently, it's always a very lovely, positive way to interact with ourselves and others. and providing a beautiful ground for change and transformation. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. I honor the light in you that is the same light in me. Namaste.